Welcome back to redheart.com as well as the Crochet Crowd. I'm your host Mikey, and in today's tutorial it's not about crochet, nor is it about knitting. Today it's about wrapping and knotting. I want to show you a scarf that is going to blow your mind. That's all coming up next. In 2013, Red Heart came out with a new product line and it was called Vivid, and this is truly amazing stuff. It is the thickest yarn ever produced by Red Heart, and it is fluorescent. Many different color lines. You're gonna love it. They even have black because the black really does play with the fluorescent colors really well, and you will see some patterns available on redheart.com. What I'm about to show you today is an accenting scarf using fluorescent colors. Now, I'm old enough to remember the 80s and remember that it is head to toe with fluorescence, including mismatched socks. We cannot forget about the socks. But in today's trend, it is all about accenting. It's about picking one item, wearing it to the best of your ability, and looking fashionable in the street without being head to toe in fluorescence. So I'm going to show you how to make a scarf in about 5 to 10 minutes, and there's another reason why I really wanted to show you this product today. I just came back from a live show where I was demonstrating how to do this live on the floor. If you have a child at home or somebody in their 20s that is really not interested in the yarn arts, this is the product that will inspire them to no end. It is truly remarkable just how fast it works up, and they will understand that yarn can actually be very exciting, including handmade, just like I'm about to show you. So enough talk, let's get on to the mannequin. I'm going to call her Gigi today, and she is going to be this. If you do not have a Gigi at home, you can always use your own neck, but I will say a disclaimer right now, don't choke yourself with the yarn. I have to say that because I know somebody's going to make a comment, but actually what I would do is if you have a friend at home, you can use that friend or even a child in order to measure up and to do what I'm about to show you. So all you need is one ball of Vivid. If you do not have access to this in a store near you, you can always go on redheart.com and purchase this yarn online. It is really not that expensive. It's actually a great deal. So let's begin. Gigi, you're about to get a fabulous scarf. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my ball on the floor. My floor is clean, and I just want to take up the yarn just like you see, and I just want to make sure it's about 12 to 18 inches. The choice is up to you. So what you want to do is this, I want to trim it just like so, and I want a total of 8 of these, just like you see. So you can see that I'm not really measuring. This scarf is that fabulous that you just don't have to do that. So continue to cut until you have 8 of these, and we'll meet you back up in a second where I'm going to start on with the next process, which is even more fun than measuring and cutting this yarn today. So here you have it. I have my 8 pieces all ready to go. I'm going to put those on the table beside me. The reason why I've cut that in advance is that I want to use the rest of this ball to make up my scarf. I'm not going to count around the mannequin. So let me put this down and I'm going to show you what you need to do. So simply just want to start, and you just want to wrap it around the neck of the person, or you can even do yourself. For tutorial reasons, I'm going to use Gigi here. And all I'm just going to do is pick up the yarn, and the whole idea is that we're just going to wrap it loosely around her neck. We do not want every yarn strand to be the same distance. We just kind of want to ball it up just like so. I'm actually thinking that at the festival I came back from, it's actually easier to do this on a child, especially if they're shorter than you, to go all the way around. But you just want to do it, and the whole point is that you need to slide this up over the head afterwards. So when you're wrapping it around somebody's neck, make sure it's not too tight that they can't get it off, because then you don't have a scarf to enjoy. So you don't have to measure it, you just have to loosely wrap it. And so I'm about to go fast forward right now, and I'm going to wrap up the rest of this, and you can see that there's different cascading layers. So just bear with me just for a few moments as I go fast forward, and I use up the rest of the ball going around poor Gigi here. So I'll meet you back up in just a moment. So right now I'm about to turn Gigi. So if she was a real person, I'm going to turn it so she's in front of me. And now I have the loose end that I started with, and now I have the loose end that I ended with here. And so you have a choice at this point whether you want to have long straggly ends at the end, or whether you want really tight knots that you can bury into your particular project. In the pattern, it calls for having these nice cascading strands hanging off your work. In this case, I'm going to match the pattern, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm just going to tie a knot, okay, from the first part of the string to the last. And I want to try to make sure that these are close to the equal size, and if not, we have a pair of scissors to equal those out. I'm the equalizer today. So I'm just going to tie a knot just like so. We're going to leave her to the side, and now here comes the fun part, because we're going to bring the strings back from the table, and I'm going to show you how to be able to make this cowl, because right now it's just yarn wrapped around the neck, but we have to secure it, and that's what those other strands are for. For tutorial reasons, I'm going to show you this using the other fluorescents, because I want to show you how it's wrapped around, and then I'm going to use the regular color. So we have our strand just like so. We just want to grab a clump of it. We don't have to worry about where the strings are, as long as that there's no strings left behind. That's the whole point of this particular project. And I just want to wrap my yarn around just like so. So what we have to do now is that the yarn that's coming up over the top is now the new one to go in behind. So I just want to grab another chunk. See, you don't even see me measuring or anything because it's just loose. So the one on the top will then slip in behind and grab the new chunk that we've just grabbed, with our other hand. So now you can see that it's wrapping around. So I'm going to work my way down. I'm just going to go to another chunk. I kind of tried to get 5 different chunks all the way down. You can do less. The tighter are the chunks that you go, the more the chunks you go, the more tighter it's going to be. So if you just want something really kind of loose, then you'll want to do less chunks going all the way down, just like so. And so I'm going to do 4, I think, in this one here. And I'm just going to, what's on the front, just here, I'm just going to slip in behind. And there you go. So I'm down right at the bottom now, and no strings have been left behind. So at this point, I would want to tie that. So what I wanted to do now is that I want to turn my model, and I want to get the string that I would normally have. So you can see here when I go to the next part here, I'm going to take this out because I don't want to save it like that. So I'm just going to grab another chunk. The chunk does not need to match what I've already done here. It can be something completely different. In fact, I encourage that. So we just want to grab our string just like so, and again the one that's coming up over the forward is the one that's going to sink down. So I'm just going to grab another chunk and come down in behind just like so, and then just reach in, just grab another chunk. Now that I've done 4 on this side, I'm going to continue to do 4 all the way around, and so this is the one coming in the front, so that's the one that I'm going to have to reach back and behind. And essentially you are weaving this entire cowl into position, so just lifting it up and coming up in behind, just like you see, and making sure that we don't leave any strings in behind. So I'm just going to go in behind, just kind of take a quick look. We're all good. And so this is the one I do want to keep. So what I'm just going to do now is just loosely tie it here with a knot that will hang off to the end. Now if you do not want any stragglers hanging off your cowl, all you'll have to do is just very simple at this point. You could trim it really tight like this, just like there. And what you would want to do is then move the knots by just shifting the strings so that the knot would appear underneath. And so all you have to just do is keep turning your model and just go for another chunk. And so I cut off 8. So here's where the one chunk is that I did. So in this one here, I'm going to relax off a little bit, grab a little bit less so it's not the same chunk, so that it becomes very random when it's around your neck. So I'm just going to grab another chunk and behind. So there's no really science to it. All our mission is here at this point is just to weave in as much as we can, leaving no strings in behind, so that you can make the most amazing cowl ever. Now a tip that I can offer you at this point is that one of the ones that I did on the floor demonstrations, I noticed that the cowl had a twist in it. So you do want to be careful when you're grabbing it, how you're grabbing it, because you actually might accidentally twist your cowl so that it's like an infinity thing, but it doesn't sit on the body properly. So as much as you think, oh Mikey, that's a great idea, it's so fashionable, you know, you do have to have a method with the madness. So this is a great project that you can show girls at a party if you actually had them. There are so many different colors that this would be a real party favorite in order to be able to do this just like you see. And really, because there's so many different colors, everybody in the party can have something unique and fun. It's really, you know, I showed how people had to do it. So what I did is that I had mom or a friend help me do all the tying. So it becomes really part of a team activity as well. And I really liked it for that aspect as well. So if you see any strings that are kind of out of alignment, remember this is really just a really loose kind of cowl, something that you definitely would see on Pinterest as being really bulk and fun. And definitely this is extremely warm because you can see the thickness it would be. So all you have to do is just continue to tie this all the way around until every part of the cowl is secured, and then essentially you have an amazing cowl after that. So let me get that done off camera, and this is going to be one of those ones, and then we'll call this quits for today. So while I conclude off with this video for today, I'm just finalizing my final string. You just kind of want to evenly go around this. If at any point that you decide that you haven't guessed it right, or you have too much of a gap, because of the way that you're weaving in, you can simply just slide these strings over if you need to do so. And it's really no big deal to do that as well. So it's just something, so you can add more than 8 strings. You just got to make sure you cut those in advance. As you can see, once you start wrapping this, if you decide to change your mind and need more, you have to decide that before you start the project. And then essentially what you want to do then to finalize it, now it's my final string, we just want to look at it and just kind of stretch things out, move strings around and adjust it, and you can have something really cool. Now you can leave on the stragglers if you wish, it's all part of the charm, but essentially you can just continue to adjust and make this really fun and really fabulous. So this is the first string that we started off with. All my other strings are a certain way, so I just want to simply just grab my scissors. It's part of the charm, so I'm just going to make them roughly the same size. So that's it for today. On behalf of redheart.com, thank you so much for joining me today. For more inspiration and ideas, you can always check us out, redheart.com, as well as the Crochet Crowd. I'm your host, Mikey. Have a fabulous day. We'll see you.